Hey everybody, Lady Cheryl here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I hope you'll like and learn something in this video and that you will subscribe and turn on the notification button. In this video, I'm going to share a lot in this vlog. I'm going to be sharing everything that I've been doing over the last week or so. I'm going to share with you how the garden beds did. You know, I had a cabbage infestation that's been with me a long time. You know, I kind of neglected a little bit, but I got it under control. And then I'm going to show you how the hydroponic systems are doing upstairs in my bedroom, and I'm going to share with you what I'm doing with all of those hydroponic systems because I'm not using all of them. And I'm going to show a little crocheting project with you. So let's get started. Today is December 18th, and I just want to give you an overview of my large garden bed. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you today is to motivate you to never give up on your garden. About 2.5 months ago, this bed was heavily infested with cabbage worms. I had recently started dialysis and I had neglected the beds, and I just want to show you what it looked like then and compare it to what it looks like now. Do you see that little poop right there? And you can see some right here. That lets me know, and I keep looking up under the leaves. I don't see any cabbage worms. But look and behold, look what I just caught. This is what's been eating up my brassicas. So this worm is in here, and I'm going to look for some more, because when you see one, you might as well look for more. And I'm going to spray really good with my neem oil spray and my Safer soap. It's organic. And I'm going to kill these today that were already in the bed when I covered them up. Oh my God, this is getting pathetic. I don't know how many. I lost count. I have to go back and watch the footage to see how many that I just killed. I feel so bad for what I did. It was so hot when I put these brassicas in here that I couldn't spray any neem oil spray or anything that had oil in it, because, you know, it would burn up my plants. But what I probably should have done is put a shade cloth over them to lower the temperature and put the fans back on them, those solar power fans. Yeah, my bad. That's to let you know I'm 71. I've been gardening 40 years and I can still make mistakes. Nobody's perfect, but I'm gonna make up for it today. I'm getting all of these cabbage worms out of here. Twins, can you believe it? One here and one here, and they are slowly dying. So if you've ever wondered if that spray that I tell you guys about all the time, the neem oil, pure cold pressed neem oil, and either some dish soap or Castile soap or the Safer insect soap from Amazon, it will work. But I feel bad that I didn't do this earlier and protected them another way. But that's okay. I have a little setback, but I'm gonna bounce back from it. Okay, look right here. Here's another one on the marigold. Look at there. That's another 3. I said 2, but I didn't see that one over there. So I'm going through here real good, guys. And, oh, here's another one. Oh, my God. Wow. Just goes to show you, you have to be diligent. I got a little too comfortable. Here's another one. Wow. Well, I said 2, then it was 3. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they are sick. They are sick. But I'm going to spray them again and remove them out of here. My goodness. I'm so mad at myself. See the difference? Yep. The vegetables are much bigger. Cabbages are forming heads, just like in the last video, but it's gotten a little bit bigger. And keep in mind, guys, everything grows slower in cooler temperatures, and it requires less water, and you don't get as much sunshine. Now, in the last video, these were all bent back, but as you can see, they have straightened out and they have grown some more. Everybody, it is beautiful out here. It's 50 degrees. It is December 30th, and now I showed you what the infestation of the cabbage worms look like. And then I showed you how they started clearing up and we started harvesting some of the food. And now I'm going to show you what they look like today, 12 days since the last time I showed them to you. Look at these beautiful brassicas, cabbage, cauliflower, and look at here. You remember when these were all bent back because I had that frost cloth on them? Look how much they have grown. You got a close up, Brian? Mm-hmm. Looking good. Oh my goodness, look over here. Look what we got on sale. Aren't they beautiful?
Yeah.
Even the ones over here, Brian, the collards right over here. I have 3 containers of collards right there. And we've had freezing temperatures. What did it get down to? 28 degrees the other day? We went from 85 to 28. I did not have to cover anything up, guys. Because now, see, look how big these collards. In the last video, they were real little. Now they're getting big. They can handle a freeze from this point on out. Collards could take all the way down to 0 degrees. Okay, look at these collards. I'm so excited. These are the collards that I pricked out some and put them over here into this container. Everything is looking so beautiful. Look at the kale. It's a dwarf Siberian kale, but I'm loving kale. I'm just loving kale. Now come over here. Can you get real close? You can see that the ones that get the most sun, see the greenhouse is blocking the light on this side, right? So they're not as big. So the sunlight plays an important part in photosynthesis. And look at this. Ah, beautiful. 28 degrees. We didn't have to cover up anything. The green stalks are doing really well. You want me to turn it a little bit? Yeah. Got it in the video? Mm-hmm. That's Bloomdale spinach, your mom's favorite. Okay. All right, and you can just show them the strawberries while you're here. Just pan through there and show them just a little bit. They're doing good. I didn't cover them up when it got down to 28 degrees. Hey guys, here's the ladybug we found on the door. I told Brian, let's get it and we're gonna take it. And come on, Brian, I'm put it over here in my organic garden. See, the neem oil won't kill the ladybug. How do I know? Because I do it all the time. It is December 30th, very early in the morning, about 6 o'clock. And I'm turning on my hydroponic systems. And right here, I want to show you the Purple Heart dwarf tomato seedlings. I started the seeds in my last video. And here I planted Siberian kale. Now let me show you the next system. Over here, these are my favorite dwarf tomatoes, Tiny Tim. I collected the seeds, started them in my last video, and I share everything with you. Right here, I'm going to do dwarf Siberian kale. Now, the reason why I'm growing the kale is because I'm 71 and my taste buds change. I find that I like kale in my salads better than lettuce. I have grown so many things in these hydroponic systems, from cucumbers to squash to spinach. I mean, just a lot of things. You could check out my video playlist for my hydroponic systems. But I promised my children, now that I'm on dialysis and I have AFib, which is a heart condition, that I'm going to slow down a little bit. So I have 17 systems, 17. And I'm giving them all away except 6. I'm going to keep 2 in case these garden ridge systems break down. And so I have 2 over here, and I'm going to show you where I have the other two. I have 1 tomato plant, which is a Tiny Tim growing in this one, and 2 in this one. And you can see that these 2 systems are placed in front of a window where it gets a lot of sun from the south. And you can see I'm growing also 3 brown turkey fig trees. Now, I had a lot of these fig trees growing on the property that I sold. And I liked them, and I thought they would be easy for me to get them started this winter. and then I will transplant them outside. And that's just some house plants over there that I'm propagating. Okay, so I went from 17 systems to only 4. And my grandchildren, 6 of them will get systems, as well as my children. And one of my senior citizen friends. I have to slow down, guys, but that doesn't mean that I can't still do what I've always done. I'm just doing it in moderation. Here's the better view of that sun that's coming in through that window. Now you can see why I have those fig trees right there. With that, the 2025 season comes to an end, and I'm just sharing with you some of the wonderful blessings my garden produced this year. I hope you all know that I'm wishing you all have a wonderful, prosperous, and more importantly, a healthy new year, because health is wealth. I love you all, and I appreciate all of you all that didn't leave me when I told you that I had some health issues and I would have to slow down. Some of you did, and that's okay. I understand. And a lot of you came back. And just know that I watch as many of you that are content creators. I watch your videos on TV on the days that I'm recovering from dialysis, or sometimes when I'm at dialysis and I can't leave a comment. But know that you all will always be in my heart, and I wish you all the best. And I'm trying to do as much as I physically can, and I'm never ever going to give up doing all the things that I love to do. Right here, I'm showing you a little clip of the crochet sweaters that I started making in my last video, and now I'm going to share with you that I finished this sweater right here. Okay, guys, this is the sweater that I started making. I'm not finished with it. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to tack the lapel down or crochet it down. And I think I did a pretty good job. I watched some tutorials with an African lady. I can't think of her name right now. I'll put it in the comments. She doesn't sew by patterns. She just tells you where to measure on your body, the length of your arms, the length of your hips. And I kind of like followed her, and I made this one, I think, a little bit more neater. Also, I just put this hat together. This, I don't know why I took my glasses off. Last night and this morning, my head is too big. Let me see if I can get it on. Okay, it's kind of like a beret style, little blazoon, a little jazziness. And I'm also going to make a purse, and I'll show you that in the next video. Thank you for watching. You know I love you, and God loves you too.